Hey, this is Canic Susie Woman. Um, I'm making this video in honor of my grandpa. He was born this day, 98 years ago, and he passed April 3rd. His funeral was April 8th. I'm still trying to process. Just to give you an idea, he was a Canadian citizen, and during World War II, he served in the Canadian Army. The closest he got to going overseas was being on a ship that went to the UK about some prisoners. I don't remember the exact story. He was a jokester, and when he was met, I'll give you a little bit of story about him. Him and my, at the time, soon-to-be grandma were walking. They got to the top of a hill. He acted like he got shot and rolled down the hill. That, of course, scared the daylights out of my grandma, who ran after him screaming. So he was definitely a prankster. I come by it honestly. When he was, after they got married, he loved showing off how athletic he was. He could jump onto a dining room table and then jump back off. He could also click his heels three times when he jumped up, and he could jump above the dining room table, click his heels 3 times before he landed. As a child, Mom and I lived with them when I was younger. After my mom and dad got divorced, and I remember going in the backyard with him and hearing bird calls and looking around to see the birds, and it was Grandpa. It wasn't the birds. He made me a cup of, he called it Kinder coffee, which was mainly milk and a little bit of coffee, enough to add flavor. And he told me while I was drinking it that I had to be careful how much I drank of it because it was strong enough to grow hair on my chest. Of course, as a child, I pulled the shirt away and looked down looking for hairs. So that, again, prankster. He supported his wife, who, when my aunts and uncles and mom were younger, she had cataracts. She didn't see her children until most of them were in their teens. At least didn't see them clearly. They were shadows. She would make dresses for the girls, and when I was younger, I used to play in some of those dresses because I loved them. They had usually the poofy sleeves like they always show Cinderella and Snow White wearing. That is the last grandparent on my mom's side. On my dad's side, I still have my grandma. And he did not, it was not because of COVID, as far as I'm aware of. But the whole family is still trying to finish processing that he's no longer there here. I did get to spend several months with him after my last marriage went badly or ended last year, and I moved in with my mom, and I treasure the time I was able to spend with him, even though usually he was napping or watching Jeopardy in Wheel of Fortune. But I know he is in heaven. He did know how to have fun without alcohol. So I know that there is a big party up there, and I look forward to being able to see him again. My grandma and everyone else that's passed. He left behind, counting my mom, 10 kids and one living sibling of his own, and lots of us grandkids and some great grandkids. He is much missed, and we love him. God bless.